Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Fall Guys. As always, this is your host, The Lost Yeti, and I have to say, I am very glad that it has finally happened. I have finally gotten one of the dinosaur costumes. Now, it's not complete, but I do have the topper for Topsy and the lower for Raptor. Now, I'm still gonna try to switch it up a little bit. And I will also try to get the other halves to each of them. But for the time being, I finally have my dino. So I think that's a good sign of what's in store for today. Let's hop right into that first match. Beautiful. I think I see myself right on the first row. So I apologize if I'm a little bit on the quieter side. I'm actually recording a lot later than I normally do, so we should see a totally different crowd. And of course, we start off with the wrong door. But yeah, we should be playing with a totally different crowd. I really like that dude's gradient. That's a really rad costume, as I almost walked directly into the little pusher. But yeah, it's been a long night for myself. I actually spent tonight working a little bit on... so for context, I am a student for mechanical engineering. And I'm kind of talking with some of my classmates about what my project's going to be. And we're way off track. So, I should say that we're way off track, but we're still trying to figure out exactly what we want to do. We're throwing around some ideas about a pill dispenser, and I was really stoked on actually doing the pill dispenser. A smart pill dispenser. And for those of you that might not be familiar or even care, smart pill dispenser, the idea of it is so that you could use like your phone or even like the device itself to schedule when you're taking pills, so that way if a patient or whoever who's using it often forgets to take their pills or has some sort of like crazy pill regimen where it's like, oh, you got to do like half of this and take this on one schedule like twice a day, but this one only once a day, it kind of sorts it all out for you. We'd probably be making it like all the way from the ground up and have to do some sort of delivery method. The current one that we were looking at is called the Hero, which looks like it has some sort of pill dispensing unit that kind of looks like a pizza pie, and so like all of the wedges are your different types of medication, so that you might have like Tylenol in the first wedge, and then you might have Advil or whatever in your second wedge, and if at 2 o'clock you need 1 Tylenol and 2 Advil or whatever, I'm just talking for example, it would be able to dispense those for you without you having to remember, okay, I need them at this time, which is really nice. But we're throwing around ideas for more of a prepackaged system. So that way, you load it up once a month, and yeah, a month is actually a pretty big scale on this. Once a month, and then you can kind of go back and be like, okay, well, not go back, but like, so it's already done for you. And that would allow us to keep the price down versus running an application and having a service, and I don't even remember what I'm going for, so I'm going to follow the herd. So, yeah, we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. They were throwing around other ideas about drones and stuff like that, which are interesting. I'm totally behind it. Maybe that's what we'll end up doing. I'll look back at this and laugh. But, right now we're kind of in the thought phase, and I just don't want to get too lost in the details. And I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. But thankfully, it's exactly where I am. Oh, that guy just barely missed it. So we'll see what ends up happening. What I'm not acknowledging is that I am in the 3rd round, I think it is, maybe 4th. I think it's just the 3rd round. Orange, grapes, watermelon, cherry. Orange, grapes, watermelon, cherry. Orange, grape, watermelon, cherry. Orange, grapes, watermelon, cherry. Sorry for saying those, but I just want to make sure I instill that. So it's orange, grapes, watermelon, cherry right here. Beautiful. That poor guy by himself, and someone just dove off to their doom. Mr. Raptor, I'd like your costume, but we qualified, so that's pretty sweet. Oh, Block Party, how I hate you so. I believe, at least from the serious standpoint, this is what's been knocking me out most frequently. Not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but we'll see. Also, I just want to point out, I don't think I've actually seen the mallard or the duck head in my store yet, which is kind of interesting. believe I've seen the toucan. I believe I've seen most of these things, minus raptor. I still want raptor. I've said that before, but I don't think I've seen the pineapple. Obviously, I think or not obviously, but I believe the shake is like a paid DLC, and here I go. Squeeze it in your gut, bud. You can make it. There we go. I feel like my character just has a really fat head with this costume on. I know it doesn't really make a difference, or at least I assume it doesn't really make a difference, but I mean, I've seen the RoboCat. I've seen, obviously the unicorns weren't, I was talking about that before. I've seen the ninja, not necessarily that color, I think there's different colors for the ninja also, but I'm also surprised, so like, the little egg on the guy's head, I'm surprised that that got away with having, like, a blood color on it for a kid's game. I mean, like, yeah, I guess you can't really stop them from doing that, and please don't die here, but yeah, no, I'm surprised, because I mean, I guess I don't know how you would filter something like that, right? You can't just say, hey, you can do all the colors but this one. Because my other thought was you could probably do like a white, and then like the white for the splatter part, and then something else for the other part, and then that just be like you cracked an egg on someone's head. But I didn't get the egg costume, so can't do that unfortunately. And somehow we skated by a qualified. A lot of people qualified. I don't know what we're gonna do for the final in this one. I suppose Hexagon makes a lot of sense, but geez, 16 people going into the finals is a little rough, not gonna lie. Not making that, but that's okay, because I'm gonna make not that. Oof, okay, that's rough. I gotta cut out that guy. Lose his chances. I want to cut off Pineapple by going this way, and then doubling back. Rough. That's even more rough. Wow. Okay, I need to slow down and focus. There's two people out of here. Wolf just got me. Jeez. Alright, we're gonna actually stick around on this one. I want to see who's gonna win. Let's spectate. So we've got Striped PJ Boy here. He's doomed. We've got Unicorn Man over here. He's actually pretty high up. He's gonna run out of spaces, I think. So he's got a plan ahead. I'm actually curious where he's gonna go for this. So he can drop on the blue, but he's going straight down. Oh, dude, that sucks. Yeah, you're done. Well, maybe not. He's got a decently sized square there if he tops off with Lava Boy over here. Shark Girl and Lava Boy or something like that. No, Lava Girl, Shark Boy? Oh, he's done. Who ended up taking it then? Neither of them. Unless, was he not eliminated? Oh, he wasn't eliminated. Look at that. Giraffe Neck, grats to you, my guy. Nice little dub for you. See if we can't get one of our own. Let's hop into another match. Alright, a little bit of whirligig. I can get behind that. There's a little egg that I was referring to not too long ago. A lot of people doing the little blood splatter looking thing. I don't know, it'd be good for Halloween. I didn't grab the skeleton costume while it was around, unfortunately. I would like to have that chance again, but, you know, that is what it is. It was just too expensive. I want to say they want 5,000 of the coins for it, which is great and all, but a lot of coins for that. A little quick hop. No, thank you. Alright, reset. Slide on through. Not too shabby, not too shabby. We're gonna have to get up this. You know, I don't think we have too many people ahead of us. I would say probably in the 20 range ahead of us, but now saying that, probably more. A lot of people get caught up on the second line of propellers, so as long as we can get past this, I think we're gonna be in a good spot. Oh, geez, we got absolutely rocketed. Alright, you know what? Playing it safe, going around. I'm hoping if I die from the outside, I can at least tag the, tag this, like, spawning radius, or spawning area. Oh, but this guy's not helping out. So I gotta clear once over that bar, and then I can take a free shot across. Beautiful. Only 20 people will qualify by the time I get in there, I think. 21, not too bad. Middle of the pack I can take. That's interesting. They're starting us facing the wall. But I suppose that's alright. Jinx is an alright game. I really got no main complaints about it. It's usually close. So, is what it is. I'm just hoping not to get jinxed immediately. Hot Dog's got the right idea over here, kind of just chilling out in a corner. And I immediately get jinxed because I wasn't looking where I was going. But that's okay, I think I can get this guy. Nice. Quick little tag. I see you too, bud, but I did not grab him for whatever reason. But that's okay. Friend over here gets tagged, that's 2. Can we make it 3? I think Dove Boy doesn't know where they're going. But Unicorn also doesn't know where he's going, so that's fine. Got a guy coming across the streams, Oh, he made a nice jump across there. They've only got 5 people left. We only got 5 people left. Got him, that's 3 tags. I see one guy chilling up there. Mr. Ninja. Nice, nice tag. One guy left, Don't got him in my sights. Trying to get eyes on. I have no idea where this guy's at. Oh, I see him across the map. Okay, going up. We've got 2. Nicely done, boys. Excuse me. I'd have to roll that back. Is this a round 3 final? I entirely missed that. I was about to say, you know, we got down to 16 people, I think it was. And then that was it. Last time around, before we went to Hexagon. But this time we're going in with 19 people. This is going to be absolute madness. Hopefully I'll get a little bit of redemption, but geez, that's just a lot of people to be going into this with. Like, I'm running out of places to go, just me, because I don't plan well where I need to go. I'm just hoping I'm not the first person out, put it to you that way. That was a nice jump. Oh, that's it. But yeah, round 3 into the finals, that's kind of gnarly, especially with the amount of people that were in there. I don't happen to remember how many it was, but just, geez, there was quite a few people in there. Although I think it was 19. And going into it just before that with 16 people was a lot as is. And 2 levels of Hexagon. What was the most amount of people in the finals that you guys have had? And also, like, what was the earliest you guys got in the finals? I mean, round 3 is pretty darn early if I can get past these guys. I don't think I'll be getting to the finals again in this one. I think, you know, second, third round would be kind of cool, but, you know, getting out in the first round, that happens too. No big deal. It is pretty rough getting knocked off there. Looks like we actually might be getting kicked out in the first round here. Unless these guys really get knocked out with the spinning hammers. There's already 20 people in. 30 people in. Yeah, we're not making it, boys. Unless we make it, like, last minute. Oh, we're barely making it in. All right. Setting it off right. I think we might have been the last or second to last person in there. I'm thinking I could do all right on this one. Gate crash isn't normally too bad. I usually go outside, then I go inside because this will drop by the time I get there almost perfectly. I'm thinking I'm going right here, but that pusher's got other things in mind. Oh, that's rough. I should have gotten it through there. I mean, I'll be happy if I only make it this far, but I would really like to make it that next round. Kind of hoping right here I can get the jump on the first go, and then that'll kind of solidify me into the next round. Beautiful. Already at 20 people though. Jeez, a little bit closer. A little too close for comfort. Already get a little bit of redemption on this one earlier, so I won't be too mad, but I'm hoping I can get a little bit of a repeat on this. But as I was kind of saying, or at least starting to say, what is a little, or not a little curious, but like, what is interesting is, have you guys ever been in that position where you were like so certain that you've got something in the bag, and not to sound a little like full of it yourself or whatever, but just like a good amount of self-confidence, like you might be really good at basketball, you might be really good at whatever skill you might have, and you just get absolutely blown out of the water. I'm trying to think of like a time that I was like that. I'm not super confident about most of the things that I do. I mean, I know my own, well, like my own boundaries or like my own skill set, but I'm not overly ambitious in the regard of taking on something that I can't do. So it is kind of curious if I'm just like, yeah, I got that in a bag. I'm trying to think off the top of my head, but none's coming to mind. But if you guys have any, again, throw those in the comments. Always good for conversation. Because, you know, I'm sure it happens to all of us that we sometimes just bite off a little bit more than we can chew. I like to do a lot of woodworking projects, although I'm not necessarily good at it. You know, you see all these videos on YouTube about like those resin tables, or one that I was watching recently. Forgive me, I forget her name. Oh, geez, there I go. Failing in a fantastic motion. I'm just gonna finish this thought as we spectate. She was the creator that had done Truckla, had made a Tesla truck before. Tesla actually had made one, and basically she had gone out and she made a lamp that looks like a pair of scissors, which is kind of odd, to be perfectly honest. But it was a very interesting project, and even though she knows so much about certain things, she struggled with other methods, like, you know, working with certain metals and forming them to the particular shape. And at one point she was like trying to make the scissors be held up by this hinging mechanism. They kept falling, and I mean, she overcame it in the long run, but it shows a lot of trial and error, and sometimes you just are so certain on things. And she wasn't overly certain, so this isn't the best analogy, but you're just like, yeah, it'll work. And then she tried one thing, tried two things, tried three things, and it was like every time she'd stand up the scissors on this kind of like a mic stand, if you know what those look like, it would just fall and flop and flop and flop. And I think that's actually just a good analogy for what I'm studying in general, is a lot of trial and error, a lot of, you know, you learn from your mistakes and getting better. And hopefully I'll learn from my mistakes and get better at Block Party, because that is not my strong suit. Alrighty guys, I think that's where we're going to be leaving it for the night. I hope that you guys are enjoying today's episode. You know, 2 finals and I think a 3rd rounder. Not too shabby if you ask me. You know, good place to be. Let me know what you guys want to see in the future, if you're enjoying the series and just riding along, or if you want to see something else. I'm open for that too. Regardless, I appreciate the views, I appreciate the comments, I appreciate you in general, and I hope you are enjoying. This has been The Lost Yeti, and I will catch you, hopefully, in the next one.